Generic greetings and welcome back to the Young Offenders Institution Simulator. In the previous episode, we expanded to the left, put in some walls as well as a little bit of flooring, and overall just progressed on. We're currently on year 7, day 5 here, about halfway through the day, and funds are good, our income is good, our prestige is really good. In terms of grading, we're at a B+, which is excellent. Delinquency was quite high, and indeed it will be quite high in this one because of the people that we've brought in. There was a high number of delinquent students that we brought in. We are still trying to go through those. If we check our reports here, we can see that we do have the counsellors there. It seems, I'm not saying there is, but it seems like there is a bit of a bug where it just doesn't do the counselling for all of them. You have to restart and that sort of thing. But anyway, it seems to be going okay for the time being. So what we need to do over this and subsequent episodes is continue on expanding. We have current planning for the extra classrooms, one of each type, so 4 there. We have another area for probably a large common room in this section, followed by a library at the bottom, and then I don't know about the other ones. Basically, all of these extra rooms here are going to be something. We just haven't decided what. We also do want to put in probably another running track and maybe an outdoor swimming pool as well, but we'll have to see how we progress on. What I want to do first with the money that I have is go over to our objects and then put in some more wind turbines, because at the moment, I mean, we don't have much money, so we can only put a couple of them in, like those 3 for example. But if we go to the cash flow, although we don't have the sell to grid option anymore, it does say income, and this is what people have been pointing out, that actually it doesn't just offset that, it just gives you income. So that's why we're putting in these. Now, we could put in the motorized pumps, but they also require water, so that's why I haven't bothered doing that. But anyway, we'll just let that crack on. Oh yes, by the way, I've also put in the the chairs in the clinic, my mistake. Anyway, in terms of the cafeteria, I'm not too sure whether I want to maybe perhaps expand it or not. I really haven't decided. I don't know, do we really want to add some more benches and such in there? I don't think we do for the time being. I think it's all right for now. In terms of our to-do list, we do have to reach 300 students. We also have Achiever as well, which is get to 25 silver achievements. If we look at said achievements, we have got 12 of them. Now, some of these we will get, but it's unlikely that we'll be able to get any of the others. But we'll see how we get on. We do have 238 students, so it's possible that we can get that 300 once we've got the other one in, but we'll have to see how we get on. In terms of the students that we have, we can see that overall the needs are good, motivation is quite high, and also the subjects is good, but the PE is a bit low, so we do need to hire some more teachers. But when we hire these teachers, they'll probably be the legendary ones, because I want to go ahead and do that. So we've got things like Charles Babbage here, who has got maximum in maximum in history, and Evelyn Lee here, who's got maxed out in art. So we'll probably get those, but we'll see how we get on. In terms of, you can see we've got 2 teachers for every subject here, but they're only of the master's degree. I say only, they're master's degree instead of the doctorate. What we'll probably do is overhaul first to a 3rd teacher, which will be the legendary ones, and then we'll get rid of one of the other, well, get rid of the others and eventually go up to doctorate. But we'll just have to see how we get on. While we're waiting for stuff to crack on, we're going to go over to our blueprints here, and I just want to double check the size of this running track. It is a total of 18 by 10, and I don't think it'll fit in, because we did try it. Actually, 18 by 10 would fit in. We could go 18 by 10 there, so that would actually fit in the running track. That's fine. And then up to this bit here, this could be our outdoor swimming pool. That is actually not a bad idea. We also have a huge section over on the right hand side, so that's fine. These are all set as courts, but I just want to double check to make sure they are set up. Are they set up differently, or are they the same? Edit zone is all just one big court. Yeah, so if we split it up, it would probably be better, I think. Is that the way to do it? Because we did the same thing with the field. That hasn't actually been altered anymore, but we'll see how we go. I'm going to put it up to max speed while the crack on there, and eventually we will see that. That's strange. This is a running track, but it actually goes all the way down to here, but there you are. Anyway, court, that's sorted, and then, oh, fine, people are leaving, that's okay. So we want to remove that and then go back down to the court, and I'm going to place the court in like so, and then court in, we can't put it like that. What we'd have to do, yeah, because if you do that, it then connects up there. Right, okay. I don't really have I don't have much of an option then, do I? Because of the way these are connected. I might just have to leave the courts like that. Okay, we'll see. We'll see how we get on there. Anyway, let's go back again to max speed. On to dismissal here. Just going to check our report so we can see that, yes, people are still going through the counselling sessions, which is good. No rowdy students, 3 bullying students, 11 truant students, and 3 smokers. But at least we've got under that 20, which we start with. Actually, I think it might have been just a little bit higher as well. So I'm glad we've done that. In terms of food, everything seems to be sorted there. There's 3 delinquent students set straight. So we can see that's now down to 14, which is excellent. And then we'll have to see whether or not people are actually assigned to it. In terms of satisfaction, we've had dropped out there is never enough food. That's only 2 of those students. Unhappy, there is a couple of reports, and I think those are just edge cases because the rest of it seems perfectly fine. So as I said, for these rooms here, we could go for a common area, we could go for libraries or science or anything like that. The problem is now that we're doubling down, in fact tripling down on the amount of classrooms that we have. Instead of the students being taught in the classrooms, they'll be taught in the specialist room. So if they're in a science class, they won't sit in here, they'll actually go to the science labs. Similar for art and music. Actually, let's double check. See, art, there's no music in that, so I don't know what that would be for. Just art again? But you've got the same thing for the heavy room and the computer lab. But there you are. So this is the end of day 5. We'll go 6, 7, 8, and 9 because that's generally how numbers work, and that will be all right. We'll have 16 grand tomorrow because of the income from these wind turbines, and it's 8 o'clock still. So why is that? Why have we not moved over to the next day? So let's have a look around and see why that may be. So I'm looking around specifically for students that are trapped somewhere or anything like that. I'm not seeing any at the moment, but I am seeing Laurie here, who is currently just sitting and chilling out in the corner there. And there you go, they're actually upside down, and strangely the text was flipped over as well. Well, there you are. That's a new one. That is a new one. Right, fine. So the running track we can place up here, but I've just thought of something actually. It might not fit. Because that's the running track is 18 by 10. We actually need all of this, 18 by 13. So what we'd have to do... it wouldn't fit in. We'd have to have it longer, like that. But then it means we wouldn't have this walkway. Not that it really matters, to be honest. So we'll see. And you can see we've got truants being caught, which is somewhat ironic. But we will make sure, yeah, they are assigned. And yeah, the counselling sessions are working, which is excellent. That's what we want. So the truants are being caught. I'm just going to see where they are. So they've just been hanging around. I'll wait to see if another one pops up. I just want to see exactly where they are. No. Not going to pop up? Not going to trigger? No, I don't think it is. Anyway, just going to double check the sanitation. That is perfectly acceptable. Just 10 bits of dirt and nothing anywhere else. And that's something you would probably expect anyway, considering the other stuff that we've got. Anyway, the common room, I think we're going to expand that first. So over here to the common room, like so. Common area will be placed in like so. And then going down to our objects and then down to common room. And we will have to add in things like the hand sanitizers. What I'll do is I'll put the hand sanitizers on the edges there, and then the bins sort of right next to it like so, and then we need the tables and chairs and all that sort of thing. So I'm just trying to work out what is the best way of doing this. So if that was in there, we want to have that one in there, and there's no middle, is there? So let's rotate those around, try this way. So we could just have a full row like that? We could, but I think a row of 3 like that is better. And then you've got the walkway down the centre as well. And the advantage is you've got a little gap between these, which is just what we wanted. And that really couldn't have got any better. And the chairs are easy to place. And obviously it's going to cost quite a bit, but I think it's a worthy addition. Because the other one tends to get quite full. It's going to be interesting to see how the game handles it. Whether or not it splits them up and goes to the other side. We'll have to see. Wind turbine once again. Like so. Just get that incoming coming in. So, there's people hanging around the common room there, and there are some students coming in here. They're just hanging out. Oh, are they in the console? Yeah. Yes, they are. Cool. Playing on the Game Boy for like, well, 5 seconds and then off to do whatever. So, we could always repurpose this other common room. Unlikely that I'm going to do it. But we'll see. I'm also going to place some vending machines in because we have got vending machines in the other one in here. Don't know if it actually works, but we'll see. Let's have a quick check actually. I think it's actually in here. No income. Being bronze. Peeing in bushes. Have one student pee in a bush. What a great achievement. I can't see where it is. Either way, those are in, and students are using it. At least you've got, like, these different areas. Whoops, got caught. The truant student is literally sitting in the corner. So I don't know what that's all about. Interesting. Interesting. Well, soon they don't have access to seats, but, well, they sort of do. Anyway, gonna check that then. Delinquency. Got 10 truant students in there. So we got, that's good. No rowdy students, no smokers, 1 bully and 10 truant students. And the counselling sessions are cracking on. Okay, fairly happy with that. Gonna go over to building and then to the concrete tiles, which will be run up like so. This is for the potential expansion, which I'll point out now is extremely unlikely to happen. Because once we've expanded to the left and we've got those additional students in all of the other rooms, we could always expand to the right and put in things around here. But the series is getting long, and we're sort of getting to the laying the track in front of the train stage where we would just be building all of this because we can, and all that's still fun. Nothing new there. We were originally set out to make a tiny little bit here, and we managed to expand it to this. And I would also redo a lot more of it, but there you are. Anyway, so the cart's getting used, which is fine. The running track we do want to put in there. These still don't have any flooring in, but I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with them. There's delinquent students being set and straight, which is excellent. I mean, it's going through really, really quick. So this, I think it was a bug. 8 delinquent students now. So yeah, we might break that down to almost nothing. In terms of the subjects, you can see that is going up. It's only PE that is lagging a little bit behind, but it's still 67 on day 6, and we've still got 3 more days, so that should be fine. And with all these delinquent students being set and straight, hopefully we'll be able to stop the transmission of delinquency. You have to sort of treat it that way, because if there's, I think if there's no delinquent students, the way you get delinquent students is by the goons coming along. But we already have patrols around here. You can see. Let's have a quick look at normal speed. You can see, everyone's leaving work, so you can't see. But trust me, there is a patrol around here. If we check logistics and monitor routing, there's our monitor route there. We haven't set it anywhere else because there's no other way to access this place, but actually I think they might be able to get through there. because we've seen something like that happen before. But anyway, income is quite good. We're up to 2,700 on the income for electricity, and we're only spending 1,440. So that is pretty good. The other option I could take to stop people getting through on the right hand side is to put a fence from here all the way up and across, and that means that they will not be able to access this open area. That is a possibility. It's not something I really want to go down as a route, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to go over to our building here and then to the flooring for the wooden floor, because I want to place in the wooden floor in all of these areas, just because eventually we're going to have wooden floor anyway. So I might as well spend the money while we have it, like so, and then we'll also think about doing these classrooms. Now, sadly I can't clone, but it shouldn't be too much of a problem. In objects and then classroom, and then we're going to build these in here. Now, they'll be copied off this one, the ones on the right, because, well, that's the orientation that they are at. So let's just start to create those, which goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows of 6. Yep, that is correct. And we will continue on down the bottom there. And we won't be able to build all of them, and we're certainly not going to designate any of them as classroom, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, we won't going to designate them because that would cause some problems in the scheduling department, and we'll just be all over the place. Speaking of scheduling, we might have a problem with food distribution once we get a third set of students in, but there's only one way to really find out. We have a very rowdy student, do we? And they're going to the principal's office on their own. We didn't set that. They just cracked on doing that themselves. Anyway, that's fine. So more delinquent students being set straight, and also straight away their truant being caught. So they actually are playing truant, I guess, because they're around here, where they should be in class, because it is second period. Okay, fine. 3 bullies, all 3 that haven't been found yet. 1 rowdy student, so we have got one of those there, and no smokers and 4 truants. So yeah, at least they are going through that, which is exactly what we want. In terms of the to-do list, as I said, we've got the school expansion. That's get 300 students. Possible. The unlockables, there's only 3 left. Expansion up to 500. Overachiever, which is gold achievements. We haven't even got the silver achievements yet. And then School Tycoon, which is must complete School Keeper and School Expansion 500 to then buy school lot number 4, which if we go to buy land is this one here. So basically expand as far as you can, which is something we are not going to do. Anyway, we've got these 2 rooms here, which I think I was going to have one of them as a library. I'm tempted, though, to build this one here as a library, because that's the furthest away, and it means that if these students are assigned to that, it means that, you know, they don't have to go quite far. Although you could say the same about putting them in here. Not yet decided. Not that we know that we need it, but I think maybe more fields and that sort of thing, running tracks, is probably the way forward. Also want to change this up as well. What I'm tempted to do is remove these 2, put them in here, and then have the running track around there, because if we go to running track, oval track, we could put it there. It would fit in. And then all of the other stuff that we need goes on the right hand side. And then we can have 2 courts. There's a bullying incident. Alright, well at least that means we've found the bully. Yep, so we can put them through counselling. No more truants. We have 1 rowdy student, no truants, and no smokers, just the 3 bullies there. So we could downsize and get rid of a counsellor. I'm not going to. I think having what we have is the way forward. That's fine. So, do we want an outdoor pool? It makes sense. I think it does make sense. Certainly the 2 fields, I think, was a good idea. See, it hasn't really altered anything at the moment, though, but it depends on the students that we get. I can't remember exactly what student used those. Social skills, common area, calisthenics. Doesn't say. Unlocks a field. Whereas oval track is for sophomore, swimming pool is junior, and senior is the basketball court. Or rather, basketball court is for the senior students who use the basketball court. So we do have 2 sets of senior students actually, but they do them differently. You can see senior, it's all staggered. PE is there and PE is there, so they're never using the same thing. So in reality, we could have actually 6. We could have 6, couldn't we? Yeah, I think we could have probably 6 classes, and they'll never use these again. Like, there'll never be overlap. So actually, you could argue, what's the point in adding more stuff in it, like over here? And now that I think of that, yes, what is the point? I don't know. Anyway, objects, classroom, student chair. There's some more students being set straight, which is always good to see. And just enough to get that one set done. Over to reports. Only 3 delinquent students left. 2 bullies, 1 rowdy student. One of the bullies we know about, we're putting them in the counselling there, and the same for the rowdy. So that's fine. Year 7 of day 7. School year is going along. Last day of the school year is coming up. I wonder how far up the rankings we can get. I really don't know. In terms of the subjects, running from highest to lowest, we have art at 90. We then have joint, second, language and science on 87. Followed by joint third, maths and history at 80. And then PE, the runner-up, ironically, using all sports terms, they're on 79. So it's unlikely that today and tomorrow we'll be able to get that up to max, which is a shame. Very much a shame. Don't know why that is. But anyway, over to objects and then to the classroom once again. And, oh, who's that? Nikki Dye. Someone broke the heart. And they're just in this room crying. That's sad to see. Oh, smoke has been caught. So, looks like you can get the traits outside of school, which makes total sense. It's not as if they go here and then just hibernate until they come back. Anyway, let me get the school desks put in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, teachers' tables, rather. Teachers' tables. And all the rest of it. And then trash can. And there we go. The truant's being caught. We haven't got the smokers, but it's... Oh, we've got another rowdy student as well, but I think it's generally it's quite easy. It's normally as soon as it's a free period and they go to the toilet. Yeah, normally what happens. Oh, young one has chased a goon out of the school. And there they go. Yeah, from there. They legged it, they're off. Excellent. Okay, so we got 14 grand remaining. I'm going to put in the wind turbine up to the end because I think that would be a decent thing to do. And the water pump, which is actually under motorised pump, I'll place another 3 in there because we've already got extra money coming in from the wind turbines anyway. We're making 3,000 at the moment with the wind turbines. So that's more than half of what we're using extra, so that's fine. So putting in the income, putting in the extra water ones is probably worth it. Up to 17,619 generic currency, which is excellent. So we've got these areas here that we could build into, but I'm not entirely sure what we would need. And as I said, I'm tempted to do this one over here. Not that I think we need it. Oh, there's another goon being chased out. And oh, how'd they get there? So they managed to get here. I think what's happened is they've come to this area. So what I'm going to do then, to fix that problem, we're going to go over to building and then to the stone fence, which will run up. That's a problem. I normally leave it 2 along the outside. So what I'll do is I will sell both of those and I'll put them in here. Actually, I probably won't put them back in. We don't need them, do we? Although, basically, if you've got extra money, then it's the way forward. So we'll go for stone fence. And the stone fence will run up like so. And how far do we want to build that? We could build it all the way up to the top. But I don't think we're going to do that. Instead, we'll go along like so. And this will be our... what would be the right term? Essentially our wind farm and water pumping station, otherwise known as the thing that gives you loads of money. On the same sort of level as the back in the day prison architect workshop, where you just had to place the zone of the workshop and that would give you money, and it would give you more money based on the size. Which was an interesting thing to see. So once again, we'll max that out, and we will let them crack on. So we've got common areas both being used, which is fine. It looks oversized now, but when we get all of these extra students as well, then I think that would be a decent thing. Not enough money to finish that off there yet, because I think that's what's happened. The goons, instead of coming through here, have come this way. It is a possibility that the person that was patrolling here, the monitor, was actually in the faculty lounge. Faculty or staff? Staff. Faculty is teaching staff. So it's possible, but then again, there's loads of other people going around anywhere. Let's just put some more of these students into therapy. There we go. There's all that set, and we'll see if it's glitched out. No, it's putting someone in there, so that's fine. Yeah, so it's possible that they could have missed them and they've come in the front door. It's unlikely, though, and it's more reasonable to assume that they've come along here, in that, and then up this way, because this is not very patrolled. So, yeah, we'll fix this up, and hopefully that'll be sorted there. And a bit more money coming in. Good to see the extra common room being used there. So end of day 8, and looking at this, it's gonna be another good one. Hopefully everything, but I'm hoping everything can get maxed out. Realistically, it's statistically possible. It's statistically possible because you've only got 9 days and you have to get to 100 as the maximum. So it means that you must be able to get at least 11 per day to max it out. But I don't know if PE is going to be maxed. The other ones might be. In fact, the other ones I would say are likely to be maxed out. Certainly language, art and science have an opportunity to get to max. The other ones could be hit and miss. So just waiting until 7 and we can finish this little bit of fencing off. That's that built now. And they'll crack on with that, which is good. We have 16 grand. I am not going to buy anything else. The reason for that is... Oh, there we go. There's Smoker being caught. And yeah, it's in the toilets, as we would expect. And they're already on counselling. Bullies. We've got some ones that are free. And there you go. 9 truants. But at least counsellors are working. I know there's suggestions to fix it. There's many suggestions to do different things like hire and fire and reload and all that sort of stuff. It does seem to just be a reload will fix it, so that's fine. So just going to do a quick sweep across the entire place to see if everything's alright. Looks like the toilets look alright. I still haven't fixed all of the things in here. Hang on, chair. I know what it is, because essentially what I do is just do that, but if it's anything in red, it doesn't do any of it at all. So that's what happened there. And there's... Oh, look at all that. There's a lot of students that I've got ill. 14 students in total which are ill. But we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12... 14, 16, 18, 20, 22 capacity for healing, so that's fine. These are all good. The science is good because you've got 4 students per desk. And we've got 12 desks. Art, music is fine. This is fairly maxed out. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, which is this, I think, isn't it? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. This AV room is the maximum size it can possibly... It's the bang on the money. It's right on there. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. Maybe not in the computer lab, though. 24 in the computer lab. Nah, we're not going to... do we expand that then? Do we then build this as the computer lab? We might, but I'm saving the money that we've got for the really good teachers, the legendary ones, because I think that would be worth it. Let's have a quick check again. We can see we're getting close to that magic max number, 98 there. Hopefully that'll go up. We've still got the rest of the ones to do. Delinquent students have been set straight. We've got now no truant students, 3 smokers, we can put all 3 into counselling. Bullies, we can put 2 out of the 3 into counselling, and rowdy students, 1 is already in the counselling, and the sessions are underway there as well. So there you are. So previously, if we check, Champions of Cheap Dollar School Store, because Dollar Store School, should I say, because we haven't bothered to change the name yet. A for pass rate, A for cleanliness, B for delinquency, A for graduate pedigree. B plus was our final rank, 321 out of 1,000. And we went up hundreds in that ranking. And that was to do with, that. I believe that was the first year where we had the master's degree students. It was the first year that we did that, which is why it went up. We also didn't have as much dirt around, and delinquency was down because we did more counselling. It's going to be up on this one. I don't expect our ranking to go up a lot because we haven't done a lot of grants in order to increase our prestige. The to-do list, you get lots of for the grants there. You get lots of prestige for doing a lot of these, and we certainly got saying that, we got quite a lot from bringing in these delinquent students. So we'll just have to see, because this is, after all, the end of this school year. So yeah. So money 17,335. We're gaining 17,319, so almost the same there. 1,821 prestige. Research, we have the option to get all manner of things, but we're not going to spend anything, as I said, because we have got best teachers research, which means we also have, like I said, these legendary ones. What we want to do is hire at least all of the legendary teachers, and then we'll probably get rid of one of the master's degree ones, and that'll leave us with one of the legendaries and one of the master degrees, and then we want to eventually transfer over to have all doctorate. So we will see. But that is the end of day 9 for year 7. Let's see what happens. 321 is our current school rank. If we can get into the 200s, I'll be very happy, but I will settle for any improvement. I'll settle for a bit of a downgrade, actually, but we'll see what happens there. So, final exams are currently ongoing. Our new school rank is 211. Not bad. 321 down to 211. That's a good increase. Mushroom League, we've just achieved. So, last year was 321 down to 211. Change of 110. 227 interested students. Although, yeah, Highbrow High is still chasing behind on 221. And we're on 211. Not going to go through the report card in detail because it's pretty much the same as before. A's across the board apart from delinquency, but for some reason that's now give us an A. 7 grand cash bonus plus 155 in prestige. Exam results 99% passing there. Seniors, 2 failed. Freshmen, 1 failed. That's respectable. And we had the couple of dropouts as well. We will start next school year. School year? That's a completely different thing. We will start the next school year. And, oh, we've also got another silver one there. So what are we on now? Achievements. 14 out of 29. Okay. So, we'll leave it there. Next episode, we will get all of these in. We'll get more teachers in. And we'll see how we progress on. As always, if you have enjoyed the video and the series thus far, comment in the comments. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.